when it comes to our microbiome, our gut, our bacteria, like that's our first line of defense. So that's what defends. A lot of times people will experience allergies and food sensitivities as we get older. And the reason why that happens is because there is a compromise in our overall gut integrity, which is our first line of defense. 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So when we start having these immune system issues, even if it's an allergy, because that's an immune response, it's a compromise in our defense system. When these foreign bodies, whether it's pollen or other types of foreign invaders, when it gets into our system, it creates this immune response in the body. So the allergies that you are experiencing is a progression of the weakness of the integrity of your gut. Like that is the reason why you're experiencing the allergies. And from a medical perspective, most of the time they look at things more isolated. They're looking at these things as like an isolated event. So when you go to them for your allergies, they're not looking at a gut issue. They're looking at a nose, ear, throat issue, you know, when you go for the allergies, but that's inflammation, and they're not looking at it as a gut issue. So what happens is you take the antibiotics, and antibiotics, although they help with the infection, it further causes weakness in your gut. It really destroys a lot of the gut bacteria. So 2 rounds of antibiotics can completely wipe out your gut bacteria. And you, over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, you have systematically been having antibiotics every 6 months. So we're talking up to 6, maybe even more. So having antibiotics at that frequency like that, like your gut is completely compromised. And usually there isn't a measure to try to move forward and rebalance your gut bacteria and get things back into order. So what ends up happening is there is bacteria that becomes resistant to antibiotics, and a lot of the bad bacteria, it starts growing and it gets out of control, and it leads to, you know, more gut issues overall. So I think that just the allergies alone, that is a sign of the gut progressing. And then the fact that you've had to continuously have the antibiotics, that's also compromising your gut integrity.